Hi, today we are going to be looking into your month of July 2026. We will ask the cards what is it that you can expect, what good news could be coming your way, is there something that you need to be cautious of? I have half a spread here. By half a spread, I mean that there are four cards that I will 100% pull out in all the readings. The first is your overall theme for the month of July, a good news that's coming your way, a news that could be seen as bad or something that you need to be cautious of. And how is this month, July, contributing to your year 2026 overall? What is the significance it carries? Okay. Then, once we are done with this bit, I will pull out a set of, say, 7 to 9 cards from different decks or a mix of decks, and then give you a message across different domains or whatever it is that I get from those set of cards. Okay. Now go ahead and pick your pile, and I'll see you in your pile. Hi, pile number one. If you chose the Empress card, then this is your reading. And surprisingly, from one of the decks, we already have the Empress card here for you. So I do feel that you may have chosen that card because the desire is also for abundance, it's for fulfillment. Some of you could also be trying for a baby. Uh, and I think July may bear good news. So if I have to tell you your theme overall for the month of July, it does feel like that July is going to be a very abundant, very calm, joyful, and overall a very happy month for you. You may feel very nurtured. You will feel as if things are aligning for you. For those who are desiring to have a baby, of course, I feel there is a good news in July. And at the same time, for those who are waiting for some opportunities to show up in your life, for growth, like for you to see a shift or a change, I feel July is going to be a very favorable month for you. Now, what is the good news that's coming your way? You have very cute cards, actually. The good news is gifts. Now, connecting it back to overall theme that I had for you, which is the card of Empress, I do feel the biggest gift is that if you were wanting to have a baby, um, this is the month. You're being blessed with the good news. Okay. Apart from that, also, I feel as if a lot of opportunities are going to be coming your way. If you are somebody who's on a fitness or a weight loss journey, if you struggle with womb issues, like say you have PCOS, your periods are irregular, if you have issues with your reproductive organs, or because of that, you have hormonal issues laddering up to a health issue, I do feel in the month of July, these are all getting stabilized and ironed out for you. Okay. Apart from that, also, it feels like as if in the month of July, people are going to be showering you with gifts. Like they will be bringing you little things, or, like you would just be like thinking of something or desiring something, and suddenly either you would get it in form of a gift, or somebody would just mention it that, oh, they've already got it for you. Like I'm just seeing as if, you were just thinking of it and somebody already did that for you, both in acts of service and in form of a physical or a tangible gift. So that is what I'm seeing here. As I just don't feel it's like one good news. I feel like it's many good news. Apart from that, I also feel there could be some sort of like a gift from universe, something that you felt like should have been aligned for you by now. It is going to get aligned. Then one thing that you need to be cautious of, we have the card of play here. Now, I feel as if you're wasting a lot of time in the month of July with social activities, fun activities. I just feel like you're wasting time in the month of July. You're focusing on things that feel more enjoyable than things that need to be done as an effort or as a complete duty towards your own self, towards your own goals. So you might be much more focused on the joyful aspects of whatever's bringing you joy, which means you could also slack, you could be procrastinating. For very few, I'm also getting a message as if you are into sports, be a little careful. You could be injuring yourself while playing a sport or while being in the gym. Yeah. So that's one thing I would tell you to be cautious of. Be a little discerning of where and how you are using your time. Now, what is the value this month is adding to your year overall? Or what is the significance of this month? This month is very significant. Okay. First, I do believe that Jupiter, which is all about expansion, and because of the Empress card, especially in this deck, it looks like, it is expanding. It's a beautiful energy. So I do feel like there's blessings of Jupiter in this month. You can expand whatever you desire to expand. You want to expand your knowledge, give it time. You want to expand your network, your circle, do so. You want to expand your finances, do so. You want to expand your family, yes, you are going to be blessed within this month. So it feels like a very good month for you in terms of expansion and more being added to your life from an abundance point of view. So overall, you might feel July comes across as a bit of a turning point or one of the most positive months for you. Okay, because with the Empress card, the gifts, and the Jupiter card, I mean, I just feel it's one of the best months for you. Okay. Uh, with the sign of Pisces here, what we also see is more emotions and a bit of isolation, conscious isolation. There could also be a little bit of feeling of being unloved or chasing stimulation. Okay, like you just want something new, something fun all the time, which takes me back to the play card again. So I would tell you to be a bit careful there. Then again, July seems important because your 11th house could be getting activated, which is the house of luck, first of all, which is great. Then it's also the house of your social life, your network, your networking. Um, the card here says it is also your recreation room, which is the house of pleasure. And again, it's taking me back to the play card. I would tell you to like chill a little bit this month. Like be in a joyful, yes, I have pleasure in my life energy, but don't overdo it, is what I would tell you, because that's come in the cautious card. So you might also get some sort of either recognition at work, or you may feel much more fulfilled in regards to your work in the month of July. Then the third thing that we have here is the air card, which is talking about movement. Okay, and air is usually the most speedy thing, of course, after light, but in terms of the elements. So it's talking about being active, being fast. So I think how this month is overall contributing to your 2026 is this is going to be like a fast moving month, and it's going to be bringing in, it's going to be bringing good joy, some sort of good gift, some sort of better control over your life. Like you would feel a bit confident after this month. There are themes of expansion, there are themes of like, feeling connected with your own self. I think one thing that I forgot to mention is that in the month of July, you would actually feel much more aligned with your intuition. You would feel like, oh, I truly understand now how my intuition works and how I should be listening to it. Okay. It's also going to be bringing you more allies, recognition, other things, that may make you feel overall that, okay, universe is somehow blessing you, or you are being in your lucky era right now. So the month I also see can move very fast, And it's going to be a month of movement. So it's going to transport you from your current state of life to, let's say, it's going to speed up things for you and take you to a different phase of life. Okay. Now, with the air card and Vayu skin touch, I also kind of feel like some of you could have some vat or cough issues in the month of July. So be a little careful. Doing abhyanga or warm oil massages is going to be very beneficial. I know the heat in most part of the world, like I've been seeing also, I think some videos from the West where people are literally playing this Lagan song in the background, which is Ki Kab Aayegi Barish, like when will it start rain? I forgot that song. So I do feel like the global warming is real, guys. But so maybe my suggestion of warm oil massages may not be sitting best with you right now. But yeah, you do need to figure out a way of how to tame your mouth. Okay. Now let's look into your month overall with a bunch of cards, and we will just see what message comes through. Now, I have another set of cards here for you. Let's see what's happening overall for you in this month, July. The first thing that I need you to understand is that you need to keep a little bit of patience, okay? Because while we did have the card of Empress, which talks about abundance, it talks about nurturance, fulfillment. However, it's not happening immediately in July. July seems to be a very important month where the foundations of that abundant future is going to be laid. Like, even if I tell you that, hey, you're getting the good news for a baby, say in July, that means you may also still have to take care of your body and your health, even more so for the coming 9 months. So, July seems to be a period where significant foundations are going to be laid for you. So, the first advice that you're getting here is that be patient, because in July you would feel a little bit as if financially you're not doing as well as you could have. You may feel the financial pinch here and there, or some days, and you may have to borrow from your parents, or you may have to like ask a friend. Yeah, so financially, it may feel like a bit sticky or a bit of a conservative month where you have to be a bit careful about how you're spending your money. Okay. The other little bit of a problem that I see is that you could be struggling with a kind of an addiction or a pattern. This addiction could be smoking, it could be pornography, it could be shopping, it could be just meeting your friends, or splurging money, say, on a new restaurant, eating out, shopping. Or it could be a pattern like maybe being too homebound, maybe not being social enough or socializing as needed, or procrastinating, or not following a schedule that you've made for yourself. So either of these things are going to be a bit of a troublemaker for you in July. Now, apart from that, it seems like a very, very lucky month. There would be luck sprinkled all through the month of July for you, for sure. In fact, like I mentioned earlier, there could be some instances where you would feel that, oh, I was just thinking of that and it happened. If only I would have thought of something bigger. So try and think only positive for yourself in the month of July, okay? Think as positive for yourself as you sometimes think for others. I also feel some of you could be taking a short travel. Um, you could be pursuing something which is very much what you're passionate about, something that you are truly interested in. You could be taking a risk, a big jump of some kind in the month of July. Like something that you've always wanted to do, and finally in July, like you'd be able to do. For few, it could also be about a job change that, in July, maybe you're finally joining that new place, or you're taking a bit of a break before you move on to that new place of work. I have a very weird message. I feel many of you in the month of July either would love driving a lot or would not prefer driving at all. I think you would have a lot of plans in the month of July, either with social groups in the quest of finding new people to hang out with or connecting with your friends. July generally just comes across as a month for you, where your social obligations, your social events, your hangouts might supersede everything else. So you would have to be a little bit of careful about that. Few of you, I feel you're also going back to your spiritual services, your spiritual, what was the word I was trying to say because of which I said services? Anyway, you're going back to your spiritual rituals in July for sure, and somehow that is going to give you an insight. Okay. Apart from that, for many of you, I do feel there is some big insight, big revelation, big willingness to maybe say take a risk or have like a big thought that's going to crop up for you in the month of July, because of which you would feel very excited. You would feel, oh, now I have this clarity. Now I know what is it that I was seeking. So that clarity for sure is coming in the month of July. Okay. The only problem is I feel more your patterns and your addictions. You need to have boundaries in the month of July. I think this is for your own self. I don't think anybody is bugging you as much as your own patterns, your own addictions, your own interests, which are more about just having fun, chilling, and playing, are impacting you more and making you lose focus, distracting you. So, having boundaries with yourself is going to be very, very important. With the lotus flower and the enlightenment card here, I do feel it's related to the Ace of Wands, what we had, which is that you would have to spend some time with yourself, understanding your thoughts, because from there you are going to get some clarity. Something is going to light up in your brain, and you would understand, oh, why and what's better, like that. And patience. So, patience is going to be very important. Now, we have from the tea leaf cards, man, dealings or relationship with the man could be important. Because of the devil card, I would also say maybe this is about, some of you increasing your frequency of physical intimacy in couples and partners so that you're able to procreate. So, that otherwise, there could be a man that you may have some important dealing with. I do feel this is more going in the zone of like a casual relationship or a hookup for those who are not married. For those who are married, a little bit of tricky situation could be there in regards to how you're having to handle your partner. Nothing too worrisome, but yeah, on some days it might make you feel, oh, I need to manage this better. There could be an announcement. There could be something new that you're taking up in terms of your work, career, or opportunity. But there's definitely some good news that you're going to be announcing to the world. Someone is leaving your life. I don't know why I feel this is more about you ensuring some people leave your life. Okay. So there is a chair in your life getting empty, broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. There is some maybe big wish apart from the little small gifts that the universe is going to give you. And I do feel you may have to hold out a little bit more for that. You may have to keep a little bit more patience. And then we have star, guaranteed success. I love the card of star. So overall, it seems like a good mixed bag and an important month to be setting the foundation. Now, today we are going to be referring to this book to see what is one wish you should be wishing for in the month of July. Okay, what we have got is the Leo full moon power wish. And I'm just going to tell you what is the theme that you should be wishing for. Okay, and then you can make your own wishes. So, one second. So, basically, this is about releasing your vainness, your arrogance, your overbearing self, releasing your self esteem, your self denial, and undervaluation of your own self. So, troubles or worries, overall about your life, which may also be impacting your body, is what you should be releasing in the month of July. Okay. Some examples of this would be I'm expressing my unique charm at my new job. My self esteem has skyrocketed too. Thank you so much. And the second example would be my negative thoughts and judgments about myself have disappeared completely. Even the inferiority complex I used to have has now turned into confidence. Thank you so much. And because we spoke of habits and patterns, I do want to give you this. My habit of constant self deprecating has completely fallen away. My new habit is to whisper to myself, I'm awesome. Thank you so much. So I think you need to kind of like step into the new era for your own self too. As you're getting blessed with a little bit of these blessings and you're slowly getting aligned. So this was it for you, pile number one. Let me know how the reading resonated, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number two. If you chose the world card, then this is your reading for the month of July 2026. Now, I've already told you guys the little spread, half a spread that I'm following today. So, the big theme that we've got for you in July is the Sun card. And with the Sun card, what I do feel is as if some of you are actually going to start waking up early in the month of July. It may not be very conscious, it could be conscious as well, but if you were trying to wake up early, you will be able to do that. If you always struggled with waking up early, then I think in the month of July, your eyes are automatically going to open up a little bit earlier than your usual time in July. So that is the first message that I'm getting. The second message that I'm getting is that somehow, overall, you would feel as if things are feeling more energized in your life. My dog. By energized, what I mean is that if till now you were feeling as if things are moving a little bit slow, you felt in your body that the vitality, the energy levels were lacking. July, you're going to feel fit as a fiddle. In fact, I would not be surprised if you catch yourself being very consistent with your workouts, with your yoga, with your breathing practices, whatever it is that you do for the fitness of your body. Even in terms of your food, there is a chance that you're going to be much more mindful with your food, or you would actually start doing intuitive eating. You would listen to your body, you would understand how your digestive fire works, how your digestion functions, and hence what you should be eating or not. So it does feel like it's a good month overall where you're getting support from your own self. Like it feels like an internal support. Like if you feel, I wanted to do something, but I keep going back and to and fro on my decision. I feel you're going to be very decisive in the month of July. So a lot of internal courage, strength is going to come up for you, and somehow your daily routines are going to get very sorted. Okay. What is a big blessing that's coming for you? In July, we have the card of abundance. So I do feel many of you in this pile would have been also equally attracted to pile number one. Even if not, you must go and check that out. I do feel there's going to be a bit of an overlap of messages in both the piles. So with the abundance card, it does feel that you will feel very fulfilled. And abundance is not just financial abundance, right? It is also feeling good in your body, feeling energized, eating rich kinds of foods that truly nourish you, that are nutritious. So you would feel very abundant in the month of July. You would feel as if you have everything that you need, and you would be in a very higher energy. Like an energy of feeling you have everything that you need. You have more than what you need. And I think somehow from there, it's also going to help you in terms of manifestation. I do feel as if some of you are also going to be sitting down in the month of July, especially in the early morning or in the very late hours at night, to do some sort of a ritual or some sort of writing, some mind work you're going to be doing. Some of you could actually pick up a book like Atomic Habits or something other in the similar territory to fix up your mindset and hence your schedule. Okay? Now, what is one thing to be cautious of? That's distraction. I think, first of all, which I've already said, is that you should visit pile one. I feel as if there are some interesting messages for you there as well. With the distraction card, because it's adding up to a number six, my dog is a little sick, you know. And it's funny, I spoke of distraction and then I only got distracted. Cute. So, with the distraction card, which is adding up to a number six, I feel as if you're going to be distracted by the comfort, you know, like generally the comfort or an aspect of your inherent nature. Like, suppose when we look at this card, the cat is simply getting distracted. Why? Because the cat is predatory in nature. It looks at a bird and it wants to be chasing that bird. You know, the instincts glow up. So, you know, things that you're like generally habituated of, meaning if you're somebody who ends up lounging a lot more than needed, or you know that okay, if I'll start lounging or if I'll take like a nap in the day, I will end up sleeping through the day. So you might get distracted more of things which are a little bit more inherent in your nature, so you would have to change that. And other kinds of distraction that I see happening for you are in the zone of you know, something to do with comfort and luxury. Like, you know, like we are too comfortable in our lives. So, oh, I got distracted. I was not as focused as I should have been, is in the zone what I'm seeing. Now, how is this month contributing to your year, or what is the significance this month is going to hold? Interestingly, we have the card of expansion, which is Jupiter, and we have the card of Mercury, which is communication. I do feel this is a very important month for you. Whatever it is that you desired and you have always wanted to express about yourself, your intelligence, your wit, your way of thinking. I'm hearing the word Vak Siddhi for few of you. As if you can speak things into your truth, you can speak things into existence. So, your self expression, your analytical mind, your intelligence is going to get expanded in this month, which implies that some of you are actually learning. You are learning new skills, you're learning some knowledge. It could also be simply learning about, you know, your own body, your own schedule to figure out that, okay, how do I optimize my personal self for my own growth? So there is expansion happening on the knowledge front. Then there is also expansion happening in regards on the intelligence front. Then there's also expansion of your personal self expression. Whatever it is that you feel you want to be able to express, you want to be able to do towards your own self, towards your own goals, I think you would be able to do that. Okay. There's more wisdom. There is, how do I say it? I feel as if in the month of July, you'll be surprised at how disciplined you can get. Very interesting. I see a lot of people struggling with discipline, you know, overall. So you'll be very surprised with your discipline in the month of July. A little bit of you may struggle with sweet cravings. Yeah. Be a little careful with your food, because I feel in your food you will keep everything very disciplined and suddenly then there would be one distraction and your schedule will go for a toss. Now let's move on to the next set of your reading. Now some other messages here for you. See, overall it, and see we have the sun card here again. Overall it does seem like a positive month for you. I feel there is a lot more in terms of collaboration with other people, having other people also help you with either your work or with getting you to be reaching your potential, being successful. With the sun card, I feel as if new opportunities, new pathways are opening up for you. And it's not miraculous, but it is more like as if you are also taking very strong action to ensure that this happens. You know, when I saw the first set of cards, I could almost hear a bit too strongly that I'll be so quick in completing all the pending tasks and things which are pending that after the month of July, I just feel sorted and aligned. So I don't know what is it that you're trying to complete. If you're trying to study something, you might complete all your lessons in July. If you're trying to be consistent with anything, I think like in July, you will set up like such a great schedule for yourself that post July, your expectation from yourself is that my schedule should never be a problem. I should automatically be able to get into the groove of a certain task and then move on to the next task. So it's a very beautiful energy. I feel some of you are craving a vacation, and maybe by the end of July, you will end up planning a vacation, or in July, you would plan a vacation which might happen in August, or like say the end of July to mid August. There is also some energy about missing something. Now, I don't know what it is, like some part of your life. It could be a phase of your life, you know, when you were younger. It could be that maybe you have relocated to a new place, or you're missing a period of when you relocated earlier to some place else, and now maybe you've moved back to your hometown. There is something about missing some energy. And it seems like an energy of an overall life, not necessarily a person. So that's going to be a very strong and a pertinent feeling in July. Okay. You may also be given certain things to lead at workplace. If you're working independently, you may actually have people now joining your team, and you would have to lead them, make them understand your vision. A lot of work though in the month of July. Work, I mean like physical work, you know, in terms of how do I show up on the job? What is it that I need to do? I need to showcase that I can take on more responsibility. There could be some sort of a good news also that could be coming your way, especially in the affairs of work and home. Now, it could be maybe some of you are purchasing like a new home. There could be a legal battle that could have been won. If you were looking to rent out your space, or if you were looking like some sort of relief on anything which is like a property or a home, I think you're going to get that. Okay. There's a little bit of fame energy also, as if there are going to be people who will observe you in July and who would want to give you your dues. I mean, your due regard. Okay. Now we have few other cards here: the Four of Pentacles, Judgment, and Three of Wands. With the Three of Wands and the Six of Wands, I do feel as if you're really missing like a vacay. You want to travel, you want to take it light, but you have a lot of work. You don't know how this can happen. It will happen though. I also feel as if some of you are missing a luxury aspect in your life. Okay. Like, I don't know what this is, but it feels like you need a little bit of a relaxation or something more calmer as a vacation, which to you right now may feel luxurious, like something that you cannot necessarily spend on yet. Okay. With the Judgment card, I think, okay, couple of messages here. With the Judgment card, what I feel is some of you should consciously be a little isolated and aloof in the month of July. There are people around you who want to who want to keep on saying random things or random comments to you. And I think it will impact you. You don't want to listen to that shit. So that's one thing. This could also be at workplace, you know, like where people are holding on to certain old narratives of you, or your previous incidents, you know, to make you feel that you're not apt for the job. So be a little careful about not mingling too much with people. That's the first message. The second message that I have here is, you might observe life of a lot of people online, and because of which you would feel very sad. You would not like your life because of what you are seeing as the life of others. You would feel, oh, everybody has it all sorted, things are working out for them, but not for me. The third message that I have here is that a lot of people are going to be trying to reach out to you. You might have, people reaching out to you, people checking up on you, and you would not be interested. Yeah, you would not be interested. And the fourth message for very few of you, there could be some online debate. Either if you have a public profile on your profile, or you could have a debate with somebody else. Something short lived might impact you for a couple of days. And the last message, I think overall just reduce your interaction with online content, because somehow the online content is making you feel bad. Now, it could be because of two reasons. Either it's like bad news that you're seeing and you're just feeling, what is this world going towards? Or the other one is maybe you're just seeing that people are doing a lot better than you, and it's making you feel worse. Now, the other message that we have here is the Four of Pentacles. It's such a cute card. When I saw this, the first thing that I thought of was that I think your dogs know where you lock the treats. And I think every day they just go and stand in front of that little place where you put their treats or their food away, asking you for treats, and you may be trying to follow like a schedule, etc., so that you are not spoiling them with treats. I don't know why that's the first message that I got. I feel in the month of July, you need to protect the vulnerable around you. This could be in form of an animal. This could be in form of a junior. This could be in form of a domestic health. So there would be a situation where you would need to protect the vulnerable around you. And second, protect yourself also in the month of July. This is coming as a very important message. Even with the Seven of Swords here, you need to protect yourself in the month of July. There would be people who would, in their own way, try to make you feel small, less, or bad about yourself. Just don't give two hoots about it. Okay? And how would you do that? By keeping your focus extremely razor sharp. I have to keep on checking my laptop, to ensure it's still being recorded. So you would have to keep your focus very razor sharp. And somehow I feel as if your focus is going to be very razor sharp. You're going to be achieving a certain goal or something in the month of July for sure. Then we have Crown, personal power. Interesting. You know, people may have whatever opinions about you. Most of the times they are just projecting. Okay. And they are just literally seeing things from their lens. You please do not forget your personal power. You have to be in your king and queen energy. Stop allowing people to make you feel bad. Be a little shameless, is what I'm getting here. Then we have anchor and stability. I do feel a lot of your efforts in the month of July are leading you to become more stable. For those who are married, I do feel that, you may plan a vacation with your partner. And overall, it's going to be like a good month, in terms of like you both collectively managing the responsibilities and other bits of the home. For those who are single, I feel like an important proposal can come your way, and then it might like not turn into something substantial. So, yeah. Which could also, by the way, make you feel a little bit bad, okay? You may feel as if everybody is moving ahead in life but you. Now, let me take a time check and then I will open your tea leaf cards. Okay, coming on to your tea leaf cards. We have the Weeping Willow, which is family sorrow. Could this family sorrow be like a small theft? Could this family sorrow be generally a family pressure about something? For very few, I also feel this family sorrow could also be somebody grieving over the family they never had. Okay. This could be post marriage or before marriage. And these are the other meanings I'm getting apart from a usual meaning of family sorrow. So please make of that what you will as your month unfolds. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. I do feel, this pile should check out pile number one. I think you will resonate with that also very strongly. There could be moments in the month of July where you would feel a bit too tied down, too frustrated. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. With the persevere card here, I feel as if, patience. Patience. And how do I say it? It's almost like getting through a storm without losing your cool or giving a very strong reaction. So persevere. Then we have woman, dealings or relationship with the woman. Now the thing is, I feel there is some woman in your life. It could also be a man, actually. I would like to keep it gender agnostic. There is somebody in your life who's always passing judgments at you, who's always like making crude comments at you, rude comments at you. You need to protect yourself from them. Wind chimes, overall, I do see peace and harmony, not unsuccessful plans. Maybe some short goals or some long term goals are not exactly panning out in July. I would not be too worried about yourself. Shield, you need to defend yourself. I told you. When people get behind you, when people want to say shit to you, it's not you, it's literally just them. So you don't have to listen to whatever people are trying to tell you. For some reason, this reading is feeling a bit triggering. So if you're feeling triggered right now, I would tell you to calm down. And the only thing that you can manage well is your own reaction and ensure that you know how to defend yourself. Okay? Now, for today, we are going to be referring to this book, The Power Wish, and we'll see what kind of wishes can you make for yourself in the month of July 2026 for pile 2. Taurus power wishes. So, Taurus's job is to create wealth and abundance. We did have the card of abundance. So, it is all about money and material possessions, and money is a necessity. Taurus is also about innate talent and character each person is born with. We all have our unique aptitudes and dispositions. When we use them to serve others, help the world, money is what we receive. So the first step is to express your core skills and qualities. And aside from just finances, Taurus rules anything that you would like to stabilize or sustain. A wavering relationship can be transformed into a solid one with the help of a Taurus power wish. So let me give you some power wishes now. Oh no, let me first again quickly tell you the theme again and then I'll read out like a couple of wishes. Live a prosperous and comfortable life, stabilize what you have begun, increase income and wealth, turn your talent and character into income, nurture a solid and steady relationship, relish all the abundance the life has to offer. So the 3 wishes that we have here from the book is, I intend for dash the amount that you want to intend for. I intend for the amount to consistently flow into my bank account every month. I intend to earn more than enough money to fully enjoy all pleasures of life. I intend to have the money to build the house I want by the end of the year. Interesting. And we have the 4 of Wands here. So some of you could also be wanting to build a house now for yourself. Okay, and because we had certain cards of relationship also, let me see if there's a wish for that. I intend to marry someone who shares my values and for us to be faithful to each other for the rest of our lives. There's nothing in terms of other sort of relationships, which I'm sensing more in the cards here. I'm ready to take steady steps towards my dream without comparing myself to others because of the judgment card that we had here. So make a note of these wishes. Find some other wishes that you want to do. But the idea is the cards and the book is telling you to wish for money. Okay, wish for money, wish for stability, wish for a mindset that helps you enjoy luxuries and abundance that is going to be bestowed on you. So, this was it for you, pile number 2. I'll now see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you selected the Sun card, then this is your reading. And before I start off your reading, I do want to check if you were also vaguely or slightly attracted to pile number 2. Were you confused between both the piles? Because if yes, there could be actually a message for you in pile number 2 as well. Now, so we are talking about your month of July 2026, and I think you are in bit of a situation right now, in regards to your life overall. I just want to see the bottom of the deck. Okay. I feel many of you may have taken certain strong decisions, some big decisions, or you may have been forced into certain decisions, in the recent past. This recent past could be like up to 6 months actually. So, I'm getting so distracted, as I started this reading. And trust me, there's nothing. I'm literally feeling both loss of words, at loss of words. Though I was quite articulate in the first 2 piles. Give me a minute. Yeah. So the bottom of the deck that I saw for the card that I pulled out regarding your main theme, that was the card of strength there. And it feels as if in the recent past, you may have taken certain decisions, may have been forced into certain decisions, or in a phase of life where things were not the best. Okay. And now somehow you're trying to find back your equilibrium or your balance. First things, you need to do something on a daily basis to ground your energy a little bit. Walking barefoot on grass is the best solution. If you can't do that, do pranayam, breathing exercises like Anulom Vilolom. That's the best one. Okay? Now, what is the theme for your month in July? What is the theme for your month of July? I'm telling you, there's something wrong as I started this reading. Interesting. Anyway, so for your month, what I'm getting is that you would want to just find that balance and that equilibrium. Practicing a fast of silence, like, just being silent for a few minutes and some significant minutes actually, is also going to be very helpful for you. Okay. So the big theme for this month is finding your balance. And for many of you, I feel as if you need to return to your Isht Devta or your Shiv Shakti, Krishna Kali. I'm just seeing that, there are some very hardcore practices spiritually. Like, you are somebody who probably makes a promise, takes a sankalp, and then does your spiritual practices. You are somebody who may have an altar at home. You have like a bunch of collections which are all about like these religious or spiritual things, from crystals to something or the other things, jap malas, certain types of cloths, certain types of herbs. Bring it all out, put it in a box, sit with that box daily, even if you're not able to get back to your spiritual services. Point is, you need to come back to your inner sanctum. You need to start getting involved in your spiritual practices again. Okay. You will also. So, this is also a prediction that I see happening, because July is just a month where it needs to be you and the higher power above and your work or your key focus. That's it. Rest everything you can weed out, which brings me to the second interesting point of this reading. These cards are supposed to be the good news that's coming your way. And do you want to see the cards? It's fear and isolation. So, what's a little surprising is that if I were to look at these cards, they're not like the most positive cards, but I feel as if you're definitely by the end of the month getting over your personal fears or whatever it is that was holding you back. I think there's certain fears in you because we also have the moon card here. You're a little scared of maybe failing. Maybe you're scared of taking like a big jump or a big risk. Whatever it is, you are now getting over that fear, which is great. And why do I say getting over that fear? In case you feel, is she just mentioning it because she has to positivize it? Do you see how the crow is sitting on the scarecrow? The scarecrow is not scaring the crow anymore. So you're definitely getting over your fear, and that's the great news. I feel as if you were wanting to do something in your life and there was this crippling fear in you, like should I not? You're getting over it. And as you will start getting over it, one of the big signs is your communication style and your voice is going to get cleared. So you will not struggle with words and articulation as much as you must have been in the recent past. I don't see this to be a persistent problem with you, but you could have been struggling with your communication a little bit in the last few weeks. The other good news is isolation. And it's interesting, it's coming in good news because somehow you need to keep yourself isolated. Like I said, that get over your fear, go to your little altar or your box where you've kept like all of those spiritual things, and then get back to work. Follow the other bits of the routine and repeat. So it's like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's it. Like that's what's expected out of you for the next 30 days, 31 days. So isolation is coming across as a good news because I think there's some deep self-reflection that needs to be done to truly get over this fear. Especially with the moon card here, which is all about mind, reflection, also your mother. So yeah, I feel it's great. Now, what is a bad news or something to be cautious of? This is interesting because what we have here is balance and your theme is temperance, okay? Which is also the card of balance. However, the way I am seeing this is do not rush into finding that equilibrium or that balance. And somehow I'm being told that please tell this pile that they don't have to do it superficially. I don't know what that means. Like, are you just somebody who instead of addressing why am I immediately feeling angered by this? Or why do I not want to do this task? What is the deep fear in me? Are you someone who's almost like putting a band-aid to it and then like finding a solution immediately instead of sitting with that emotion and that feeling? Because that is what July is meant to be with the moon card here. And honestly, we also have the 8th and the 6th house, okay? Like, because they both have come together, I would also say that maybe some of you have the Vipreet Raj Yog in your Kundli. And 8th house, 6th house all together. I mean, this is just a period of like isolation, self-reflection, and sitting with your thoughts truly, understanding the deep aspects, why do I stop? I don't know why I feel like telling you, but you should be reading the book Start with the Why. And then reaching a conclusion. This is not about that superficial balance, where, oh, I'm feeling very angry. But, I read a quote that don't let one moment define your day. I choose not to be angry and now I'll be calm. No, that's not what is supposed to be the way of doing things in July 2026. So you're supposed to reach a balanced state, but then it needs to be slightly uncomfortable. Okay, there is some burning of karma, I feel, that is happening here in this particular month for you. Or I feel like you are realizing a lot of lessons and things in your life And somehow those lessons are going to be learned this time. So similar situations are not going to repeat for you anymore, because by now you would have actually reflected so much that now you would know that, okay, next time when the situation happens, these are certain promises or notes to myself that I'm giving and telling me that you have to follow this. Okay. Now, how's this month overall contributing to your year 2026? Is it a significant month? Of course it is. We have the 8th house and the 6th house. Now, when these two houses show up, that means woo. Okay, so with the 6th house, I do feel this is a lot to do with your daily schedule. This is about finding that inner balance. This is also about externally finding that physical balance, in your body. So it is about fitness. It is about finally navigating through whatever hidden health issues or diseases you may be experiencing. It is also about having some interesting realizations about your enemies, your certain patterns, how you have been treated by people, the karmic debts that you were kind of like supposed to pay off. Have they been paid off or not? So good realizations, because you have the moon card here. Now, with the moon card, I also feel that some of you may have moon placed in your 6th or your 8th house. And maybe one or two females in your life may have always been a bit of a troublemaker in different phases of your life. So, or your mother at some point in your life may have been mother or mother-in-law, or say a sister or sister-in-law, like some female figure who could also be blood related, may have been a bit of a troublemaker in your life. Okay. Now, this is probably showing up. Why? Because there is a chance that in July, you may actually learn and understand how to conquer such people, how to fight back, take a stand for yourself in regards to such people. Okay. Now, with the 8th house, I feel as if a lot of you are going to be spending time on maybe watching occult readings and learning, about your own kundli, watching tarot readings, numerology. Like that's how you're going to be slowly grasping the knowledge nuggets to eventually come over the fear. For few, it could also be simply researching a little bit more on your mindset and trying to understand that what is it that you should be doing differently. But I do feel research. I feel as if, honestly, the month of July, you're going like into the depths of your own soul. That's it. And all of this is somehow, something that you're doing very quietly. This is not something you're making noise about. You don't want anybody to know. In fact, you would rather not have anybody know this. You're just going into the depths of your soul. You want to really have some hard chats with yourself and you want to change your life. That's it. That's the message. Then we have the moon card. So moon is about nurturance. It's about emotions, your intuition, which is going to be very strong. All of this in the month of July. Because we also spoke of emotions, moon, baxes and veins. So that means there could be a certain level of moodiness, but don't let the moodiness impact your work or how you show up at your work or your bigger goals of life. A lot of self-reflection is going to happen in this month. And this introspection is what is leading you to have a breakthrough. Then we have Gemini. So some of you may have a very strong placement of Gemini in your kundli, or like whatever planet is placed in Gemini, you could be running that Mahadasha. You could be running the Mahadasha of Mercury right now. So I feel like a lot of your subconscious fears are also coming to surface. You could have moon placed in Gemini. Gemini could be ruling your 6th or your 8th house. A lot of your subconscious fears are also coming to surface. And, okay, very weird message. I'm kind of getting this message as if a lot of you people are kind of realizing that I really don't want to be just a good person or a kind person or a nice person anymore. There is something here about that you want to consciously build that duality in yourself, which could be in simpler words termed as diplomacy, smartness of how to engage with people in what capacity, knowing when not to give a lot. Okay. So somehow, you could also be getting inclined towards Vishnu Sahasranama. You could be getting inclined towards different avatars of Vishnu or Krishna because you want to become a bit smart in navigating through life. You don't want to be this person who's extreme. You want to become dual faced, and you want to do it consciously. You want to do it because you feel that there is some merit in knowing how to handle each situation with what face of yours. So yes, that was the first set of your reading. Now let's move on to the next set of your reading. So now for the next set of messages here, I want to get the first message that I'm getting out of the way. We have the Temperance card here again. And because from the earlier deck, the Temperance card that we had was Ardhaneshwar's avatar. And you know how I spoke about that you're just supposed to sit with your box of all spiritual stuff or your altar. I don't know how it skipped my mind, but which is getting kind of confirmed now. I feel your ancestors are trying to connect with you in the month of July. Or certain spiritual practices that you would be doing, you would be connecting with your soul's ancestry, if not your ancestors. Like, some part of you from either past life or some bit of you that needs to be done in July. I don't know what it is. It is, I know, a mysterious message. But what I can tell you is just start with some spiritual ritual. It could be as simple as on a Tuesday, maybe going to a Hanuman Mandir, or on a Saturday going to a Shani Mandir, which reminds me of the other message. Some of you could be having your moon in Aries or in Pisces. Yeah, because I feel some of you are running your Sade Sati. You could be like in the peak Sade Sati, or you could be like in the starting phase of your Sade Sati. Okay. I think why I got stuck there is because there is something about that, each time your Sade Sati starts. One minute. You may have experienced it earlier also. Each time your Sade Sati starts, there is some issue that you experience with a man. That's one message. The second message is somehow you would see that you have to protect yourself from man or people a lot each time your Sade Sati starts. I know I said a man because that's what I heard first. But if this doesn't resonate, it could also be man, woman, human. Okay. I feel like in Sade Sati, you have to protect yourself from people a lot. Another thing that you will notice is whatever this phase of your Sade Sati is, you're definitely cutting off people from your life. So that isolation is also conscious isolation. You people that you don't want in your life anymore, you're just like bye. So that's happening for sure. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a sense of relief as if that message was important to be given to somebody in their spine. Now we have the card of Hermit here, then we have the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, so much money energy. Okay, with the Hermit card, again, kind of sad, but you're just like isolated, self-reflection, like in that zone, in that mode, and almost like you're really trying to find answers now, overcome something, everything that we have discussed previously. So I'll not spend much more time on this card. with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, what I do feel is as if maybe for some time you might be a little dependent financially on somebody else. So that may bother you a bit. Also, if you're trying to help somebody financially, please know, please be assured, or please be, sorry, not assured, please be sure that you have enough means to spend on yourself too first. So please first spend on yourself and then go and do the charity outside, okay? Because there is something about you feeling a little bit of a lack in terms of finances, or you feeling like, it's not enough for some time. I feel like for the first 15 days, maybe of July, and then suddenly, boom, something happens and it feels like, oh, things are better again. I don't know what this is, like an appraisal or some money coming into your account, or like suddenly you're getting like a lot of clients. So that's good. But you may also be given the funding that you are seeking. You may also be given financial support that you are seeking. Okay. Travel has come, I feel like, in all the cards, if all the piles, if I'm not wrong. So you may feel like I'm too homebound. I think I've isolated myself too much. I should like be going somewhere, at least have like a little bit of fun, is what you would tell yourself. Then you will not have any of that fun. So yes, please go and have a little bit of fun also. Um, Fun need not be an integral theme for you in July, but it can be sprinkled throughout the month for you. So do things which can also be a little bit of fun. Fun also opens up different perspectives for us. Okay. Work wise and financially, you may feel still things are growing a bit slow only. And I feel that's something that's going to bother you a little bit. Okay. Then, yeah, you're cutting off people from your life for sure. I think you're becoming like very analytical. Oh, it was this pile only, right? That we spoke of regarding that you want to become a bit dual faced. And we have the swords card here, which is for signs like Gemini, because air signs basically. I do feel you're very, like, one random moment you will just decide cut, and suddenly you will be going all blazing from removing people from your Instagram, unfollowing people, and like generally deleting numbers. Like, you'll be just like, I'm gonna let all of them go. And I think you'll be like very nonchalant about it. I feel when I'm giving you this message, you might feel, oh, I'm not somebody who randomly ghosts people. How will I do this? How will I do that? But I think you will now. You're done with certain people, okay? They've served their purpose in your life. And maybe explaining to them would not make any sense. So some people you are eradicating for sure. Some people, I think, is where you're finding that equilibrium of duality, that, oh, how do I be smart, in touch, but at the same time, I don't have to be completely involved or engaged with them anymore. Okay. Home, I feel it's going to be very fulfilling, happy, chirpy. Things are going to work well for you in a home setting. Many of you could also actually be working more from home, in the month of July. And it's advisable also. It's almost like you don't want to go out, you don't want to like waste efforts on unnecessary things. You would rather be just at home, switch on your computer and get started. Yeah. Okay. Now, again, we have the card of Temperance, Seven of Wands, and Nine of Swords. For this one, I do want to refer to the book, because the Seven of Wands is making me feel as if you're going to be participating in some protest. And I don't know why I felt as if this is a message I'd given to some other pile, that protect the vulnerable of the society. Let me just see with Seven of Wands. Where is Wands? Okay, here. Yeah. Fight the good fight. There are obstacles that are going to be ahead and you will overcome it. Success is within reach, but be very particular in career and your negotiations. You have to be very clear on your position. Oh, Seven of Wands is basically the card of an advocate. And an advocate literally, and you are an advocate as an advocate for the good in life, advocate for others. So, honestly, I feel this is not, for very few, it could be about defending somebody else, but I feel as if in the month of July, this is you actually saying no to almost everybody because that is the need of the hour. Like, you realizing that I literally have to go like, no, 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 no. Almost like being persistent with your own self and knowing that, hey, if I don't want this, then why should I say yes right now and then struggle or suffer a bit later? No. So that's what I'm seeing here. Everything is a bit temporary only. Like, once you will just understand this, that hey, it's okay to say no. I don't think so. It's going to be that big of a fight. Nothing to worry, to be very frank. Then we have the Nine of Swords. You're hosting high levels of anxiety. A lot of external events may have triggered stress. And you have to understand that, all these patterns of worry are very inconsequential to your life. So, this is a minor card because all the stress is temporary. But generally, you may feel very overwhelmed in your life, in the month of July. Thankfully, it didn't come with the 10 of Wands, but I think you might feel like a bit overwhelmed in terms of, I think you're trying to like build something in the month of July, okay? For very few of you, you could be also traveling, and somehow the travel would also become a bit overwhelming. So there could be a little bit of a panic or like some mistake in terms of, oh, I had to book this date, not that date, or something like that, okay? Some little goof up, so make sure that you double check all your bookings, okay? Um, There was another message that I was getting when I looked at Nine of Swords, which is something about the fact that there's a lot for you to manage. It's similar to actually what is there in the book. There's a lot for you to manage, and you may just struggle a little bit in terms of streamlining everything. Okay. Now the other messages that we have here is Ancestry card. We have the card of love. I do feel you are loved, and there's going to be love around you in different forms in the month of July, along with you also realizing finally after breaking through your fear that your potential is unlimited. Okay. And with the ancestry, I've also given you the message. I feel you have like love from your ancestors also and love from your own personal ancestry. Your soul loves you. You are somebody who loves yourself. So I think you just need to like come back to those sides of you which your conscious mind is not able to comprehend. Let me just check the time now. Oh, good. Now, from your tea leaf cards, we have broken bridge. There might be an unsuccessful outcome to a problem leading to this anxiety with the Nine of Sword cards. Younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. I do feel there is some man who comes across as a problem sometimes in your Sade Sati. Or at least in July, what's happening is there is a young man who could be a problem. However, you will manage to combat through that. Or you could be dealing with a young man who may seem a bit tricky, but then you will know how to navigate through that. Boot, increase your efforts if you want to increase your goals. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Be a little careful there. Gong, an exciting event. Interesting. Pin, new job or career. So this is the good news that I think some of you are desperately hoping for. Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. March. March is coming across as a significant month for some of you. Could have been this year March, could be next year's March. Then we have goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Interesting. Your Venus could be sitting in Pisces, or I think Pisces sign could also be very prominent in your chart. So, yes. Oh, yes. Now we have this last thing before I forgot. So, that was it from the cards. Now I'm going to be referring to this book to see that basis all these energies, what is the kind of wish you should be making for yourself in the month of July? Pile number 3. What is the one wish? What is the energies of the wish they should be hoping for in July that are going to bloom for them? Wow. Gemini full moon power wish. Did we not have the Gemini card in this pile only? Okay. Lack of commitment, lack of focus, being easily bored, being flaky or two faced, internet addiction, two faced, troubles or worries about hands, arms, respiratory system, seasonal allergies. So basically, you are wishing in this month to release these aspects of you. Okay. Now, two examples of wishes are: I'm thankful that the information I need always comes to me at the perfect time. I'm grateful for many synchronities that have been happening. Thank you so much. I'm no longer shy around strangers. I'm having so much fun meeting new people. I'm excited that my world is expanding. Thank you so much. For finances and for career, my social media campaign was a success. My revenue has doubled. I'm going to keep riding this wave all the way. Thank you so much. I got a stimulating job that keeps me on my toes, where I also enjoy my work. Thank you so much. So, I think in terms of your wishes, this is about releasing your patterns of lack of commitment to yourself, lack of focus, your fear, getting bored easily, wanting instant gratification. If you feel that you're flaky, and I feel this flakiness and two-facedness is actually more towards yourself. If you feel you're too addicted to the internet, this is a perfect month to be releasing all of this. And I feel these affirmations are going to help you. So, yes, this was it for you, pile number 3. Let me know how this reading resonated, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.